What would you do for love? Would you write romantic poetry? Would you move to the other side of the world? Or would you take helicopter piloting lessons just to pluck your soulmate off the roof of a maximum security prison? Because for Nadine Vaujour, that question wasn't a hypothetical. In May of 1986, Paris's notorious Santé Prison was considered completely inescapable. It held Michel Vaujour, a charismatic criminal serving a lengthy sentence and who had already broken out of jail 3 times before. The guards thought they had him locked down tight, but what they didn't count on was the sheer determination of his devoted wife. This is a story of romance, rotor blades, and a prison break so cinematic it sounds like a Hollywood fever dream, but it was entirely real. Today, we are chopping into the unbelievable story of Michel and Nadine Vaujour, a couple who took Ride or Die to a whole new level. I'm Steve, he's Neil, and this is...
Le Honorable Mentions.
Honourable Mentions.
Hello, listener. How do we find you today? As Meatloaf once said, I will do anything for love, but I won't lick that. Well, we have no such qualms here because we love you, listener. I hope you know that. Yes, I hear you cry. That's all very well, but we only tolerate you at best. Where's the heartthrob? The real love interest, the nation's podcasting sweetheart. Well, let's find out, shall we? As we all say, all together now, hello, Neil.
Well, hello there.
Hello, Neil. How are you?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you very much indeed. I'm being very suave and sophisticated.
Suave and sophisticated like an Englishman, because you're English, aren't you, Neil?
Yes, I am English, yes, thank you very much.
We gave the world football and cricket, Shakespeare, the Beatles, we invented gravity and the origin of species, and of course...
McVitie's biscuits.
Famously, everybody loves an Englishman, Neil. Except those countries we colonised and still hold a grudge just because we took all their valuables and swapped them for smallpox and influenza, or the ones we sent all our prisoners to, or the ones who weren't embraced by the empire but we took all their stuff anyway, or Argentina or Spain, why they want to quibble over some windblown rocks that are rightfully ours. But apart from them, everybody loves an Englishman, except the Scottish and the Welsh and the Irish. But apart from them...
And the French.
And the French, of course, that goes without saying, the bloody French, which is a shame, Neil, because that's where we're going for today's episode of...
Honourable Mentions.
En français, s'il vous plaît.
Le Honourable Mentions.
Oh, look at that listener. Now then, Neil, as if simply being born French wasn't bad enough, Michel Vaujour, strange name for a bloke, but there we go, experienced a tumultuous and traumatic childhood after being abandoned by his parents at just the age of 4.
Was he a musician?
Musician? No, you're thinking of Jean-Michel Jarre.
Oh, right, okay. Same thing, isn't it? Sounds the same.
Or Bono.
Didn't she sing Joe Le Taxi? Who's that one?
Or Vanessa Paradis. Yeah, that does sound very much like Michel Vaujour. Could
yeah,
be.
It does, yeah. Very close.
Yeah, but this is Michel Vaujour. He experienced a tumultuous childhood I was describing before you rudely interrupted. He was separated from his parents at just the age of 4. He was sent to live with his aunt, where he was very happy, thank you very much, until she died of cancer just 4 years later.
Well, that's not very nice, is it?
No. Born in 1951 in Saint-Quentin-le-Petit, northeastern France, and now 8-year-old Michel was returned to his parents, and in particular his alcoholic father, who terrified him.
Why did it terrify him?
The boy was never shown any affection, and instead, no matter what he did, he was subjected to daily violence.
Well, put him in front of films.
Not subjected to things like Grand Theft Auto. I'm talking about being given a right beating by the father that terrified him.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
This sense of abandonment would shape Michel's future.
Would it?
By 19, he had a partner called Zabette. and between them they had a child. But Michel needed something else. He resented the society he was now part of because the way he saw it, they had forced him into the clutches of his father. He longed for revenge, for thrills and easy money, so he began stealing cars.
I will have my rewenge.
Until he got caught and was handed down a 30-month prison sentence.
30 months.
Inside the violent prison world, Michel's resentment grew into hatred. Then Zabette left him and took their daughter to live with another man, and Michel snapped.
Did he?
Psychologically, not physically.
Oh, I say, because that's strange if he could do that.
It is, isn't it?
Although we have in previous podcasts even have someone whose jaw fell off, didn't we? So there's that one.
May we? Now, Neil.
Yeah.
1973. After being arrested for driving without a licence and not adding sufficient truffle oil to his tartiflette,
Right.
he was sent to Maucon prison, where he made his escape by slipping past a delivery truck near the prison gates and simply ran out into the streets. Following year, Neil. Now, let's see if you can do this maths. We just spoke about 1973, so now we're in the following year.
Yeah.
Which will be
1974.
Well done. Did you use all your fingers?
No, I've got 2 fingers, which I shan't be showing anybody else, but you'll be getting. That sounds wrong.
The following year, he was recaptured following a burglary and, given his previous escape, placed in solitary confinement in a disciplinary unit. While exercising alone in a small yard, Michel noticed that the wire mesh overhead was held together by rusted fencing wires. Over several days, he quietly unravelled the wire, then opened a gap in the mesh, scaled the high outer wall, and jumped to freedom. Aussi glisse sans qu'une crotte mouillée dans une baignoire graissée.
That sounds like something like a slippery wet turd in a bathtub.
As slippery as a wet turd in a greased bathtub. That's right, Neil. That's your command of languages.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm very good at languages.
Now, Neil.
Bonjour.
Hello, Neil.
Hola.
Knowing what we know about these French chappies, what would you say would be the key ingredient in the most Frenchest prison escape of all time?
Key ingredient of a special French escape.
Ingredient being a bit of a clue word.
Oh, right. So like a baguette or something.
Oh, on the right lines. What's the Frenchest thing?
Poisson.
No. God bless you. No. Cheese. The old fromage.
Cheese. I thought someone was taking a picture. I started to smile.
You did, nearly. In 1975, after his involvement in a bank heist, Michel was sent to the high-security Chalon-sur-Marne prison. It may have been high security, but it didn't mean Michel wasn't able to exploit one of the many weaknesses in the French character.
Was it made from cheese?
No, the whole prison was not made of cheese, although that's a very good guess. No, the main weakness in the French character, as we all know, is the old déjeuner, the luncheon. And what do the French eat for every déjeuner, please, Neil?
Jambon, which is, of course, ham.
Right, I'm going to stop you there, Neil. I'm going to stop you there. There was a clue in that the main ingredient of the escape was fromage. And so when I am saying, what is the key ingredient that Michel exploited to make his escape, the answer would be...
a cheese sandwich.
Oh, close. Let's see how close you were. What have you guessed, listener? Michel secretly hoarded the red waxed wrappers of Baby Bell cheese.
Oh la la!
Until he had enough to make a little bowl and bump into a chief guard in the hallway, where he deftly pressed a master key into the wax to make a perfect impression.
The red stuff, is that actually wax or is it edible? Because I just eat it.
Ugh, no, it's wax.
Is it?
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh. I'd take the paper off and just whack the rest of it in.
Do you tell the doctor this when you see him about your constipation?
No. That's what I do anyway.
Using a small file smuggled into his cell,
Mhm.
Michel made an exact working replica of the chief guard's key to unlock his heavy cell door and slip out. Fromage to freedom.
But where did he get the method from to make the key?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there?
No.
You weren't in prison in France then?
No, not in France. No.
Oh.
No, most other countries, but not France. I avoided that one.
Oh, you've done well to avoid that one, haven't you?
Yeah. We're now in 1979, and the Charlon Courthouse.
5 years on from 1974.
Oh, how about that, listener? We're in the Charlon Courthouse, where Michel was appearing before a magistrate to be questioned on car theft, driving without a licence, attempted burglary, and his previous prison escapes. While in his courthouse holding cell, Michel spent hours meticulously crafting a replica of a semi-automatic pistol from a bar of soap, including the barrel, trigger and trigger guard and everything. He then requested dark shoe polish under the clever ruse of wanting to clean his shoes, but instead he used it to coat the calf soap to give it a realistic metallic sheen. When he was brought into the courtroom, Michel waited for the perfect moment before he whipped it out.
What about the soap? Can't just do that in the courtroom. That's disgusting.
The soap, Neil. He brandished it exactly like a loaded firearm and pointed the soap gun directly at the presiding judge and courtroom officials, threatening to open fire if anyone moved.
Yeah, so that's jeopardy, isn't it? It's 50-50. Do you say, go on then? Or do you say, oh, okay, I'm not going to move?
That's what I thought. I don't know why he bothered all that trouble making it into the shape of a gun, because this is France. If he just threatened people with a bar of soap, it'd have caused mass panic, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Using the judge and courtroom staff as temporary hostages to keep the guards at bay, Michel backed out of the room, secured his path to the exit, and vanished into the streets before anyone clocked they'd been had.
Oh. That soap would be no good now, though, would it? Because it'd have shoe polish all over it.
Yeah, I wonder how the shoe polish didn't get all over his hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mystery. This stunt cemented Vaujour's reputation in France as a creative escape artiste. But the
And very
accolade
good model maker by the sounds of it.
He does. He sounds like if he'd have gone straight, he'd have made a lot of money on Etsy or somewhere. But the accolade of the king of escapes was yet to come.
Oh.
Now, those paying attention will know that the year of Michel's soapy shenanigans in the Charlon Courthouse was...
1979.
Well done, Neil.
Thank you.
Well done. And that was a big year for Michel in more ways than one, because his main motivation for escape was that he was now a married man again and had a child again.
Oh.
This time a daughter called Betty.
Betty.
He had married Nadine Vaujour while incarcerated, and Betty was born while Nadine was serving a sentence for her role in the robbery of an armoured vehicle near Tueur, I think that's how you say it, by the lower reaches of the Loire River in central France.
If he was incarcerated and she was incarcerated, you know, like when a man and a woman, mummy and daddy, want to make a baby, do they not have to be in the same sort of area? I don't know. Belong, you know.
He married Nadine Vaujour while they were incarcerated, and Betty was born while Nadine was serving a sentence for her role in the robbery of an armoured vehicle.
Right.
So, using a bit of common sense there, Neil, bit of common sense, I would say that they did the dirty deed before they were both incarcerated, for her to be pregnant long enough to be giving birth in prison.
Do you think they did it? Ugh.
I think so. Well, they're French, aren't they?
Yeah, I know.
I bet they wouldn't even wear pyjamas.
Yeah, but he took his socks off and everything.
Anyway, you're happy. Can we continue?
Yes, please. I'm happy now. Thank you very much for that. Please, thank you.
Before you ask, We do not know what part Nadine played in the attack on the armoured vehicle. It's another word the Americans can't say in it, vehicle. They have to put it into 3 syllables. Vehicle. Vehicle. But her sentence was relatively light, so it's probable she was a lookout or a scout and not involved in the robbery itself. In fact, Neil, before you ask again, we don't know much about Nadine Vaujour at all. She was born on the 25th of May 1954, but there are no records to document where or who her parents were for reasons we will go into later.
Okay. I shall look forward to those reasons.
Stop banging on about it, please. The details of how, where and when Nadine first met Michel are, guess what?
We don't know.
You don't know. Well done, Neil.
You're welcome.
That it was within the criminal underworld, and we know that all of the following is historical fact.
Ooh.
So adjust your beret and butter your baguettes because we're going in.
Okay, done.
You ready?
Hmm.
As the 1980s arrived, Michel's offences escalated significantly. He became a career bank robber, orchestrating and taking part in multiple high-stakes armed robberies across the country. And introducing firearms opens you to a whole new world of crimes and charges because in France, firing at officers of the law automatically triggers charges of attempted murder. And so, during at least one bank job, that charge fell on Michel too. Ultimately, his one-man rage against the machine worked up an accumulation of charges and unspent convictions for armed robbery, illegal firearm possession, taking hostages, firing on police officers, attempted murder, multiple prison escapes, car theft, driving without a licence, knowing all the dance moves that Aga do, and wearing acid-wash denim in a built-up area.
That's the worst thing. That's to be the biggest punishment ever, wearing acid-wash bloody denim. But it'd be elasticated bottoms on them as well.
Luminous toweling socks. By the time he was caught again, Michel's rap sheet led to him being handed down a whopping 28-year sentence.
That's not a lot for all that.
To be served in Paris's super-duper high-security La Santé Prison, which was considered escape-proof. And that's where he was in 1986.
Bit like a waterproof jacket, but it's not fully waterproof, is it? So that probably isn't fully escape-proof.
While he was in the clink, the slammer, the big house, or La Zonzon, as the French would have it.
The infants.
That's their actual name. La Zonzon.
Oh, it sounds like you're saying the infants. I'm a bit worried there.
Yeah, that's because they're, we've got these manly names and they come up with Zonzon. But then again, they invented ballet, whereas we invented headbutting people. Nadine enrolled in helicopter flying lessons, as was her wont to do. Thanks to us, France is a free country, so who's going to stop her?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It was 1983, so 3 years before 1986. I've got that in there, so you didn't have to do the maths this time, Neil.
Yeah, thanks for that. I just struggled with that one.
Yeah, and she registered under her maiden name of Nadine Regan and quietly set about building up flight hours as a bored housewife with too much time and money on her hands.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Requirements were a lot lighter than they are now. Nadine simply had to pass a satisfactory medical, prove her age, and then she was free to get her hands on a chopper and take it right up.
Ooh.
While being watched very closely, of course.
By who? Dirty pigs.
In early 1986, so we jump forward 3 years ago now here.
Yes, I worked that one out. Thank you, though, Stephen.
In early 1986, Nadine adopted the cunning brand new alias of Lina Regan. So she's basically changed her first name. That'll throw him off, won't it?
Throw him off, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And began hiring helicopters twice a month from a company based outside Paris. Every time she paid in cash at roughly 2,200 francs an hour, which, as you'll know, Neil, is what in today's euro, please?
350,000.
350,000? No, you need to be
350 euros.
You're very close. What did you just say?
€350.
€350. How about that, listener? Did you get there before, Neil? Honestly, well done, Neil. You win
You're
today's
welcome.
star prize. You won a speedboat. All this was funded by Michel's criminal operations, taking people's appendixes out when they wanted a
Exactly,
circumcision.
yeah.
I don't know what his criminal operations were.
Oh, exactly.
The owner of this helicopter hire company later admitted with a Gallic shrug and a giton dangling from the corner of his mouth that he should probably have taken more notice of a woman who showed up like clockwork and always paid cash. Hey, what you going to do? Now, Neil,
Yes.
if you can translate that into the original French for our listener,
Mhm.
if they're still there, bonjour, listener. So please, Neil, go.
I should have took more notice of the lady coming in on the regular buses and paying the cash. I should have took more notice of the broad coming in here and spending all that money.
Well, how about that, listener? You learn a lot, don't you? Fluent French coming at you this time of the day. We're now transported to the morning of the 26th of May, 1986. If you cast your mind back, that was a
Mhm.
bright and sunny day in Paris. At around 10:30 a.m., a white Eurocopter Gazelle flew straight over central Paris, a rare sight indeed that drew the attention of all that saw it.
Well, she did.
The helicopter ignored the frantic radio demands to identify itself. Instead, it dropped low out of the sky to hover over the roof of one of France's toughest prisons, La Santé. For the past year or so, inside the prison, Michel had been quietly scouting the building with a fellow inmate by the name of Pierre Hernandez,
Mhm.
who was waiting trial on armed robbery charges.
Did they make the rope out of baby bell wax?
No, I bet you wish they'd thought of that. They probably
Yeah.
took him off baby bells. Well, it's from
Ah,
nothing
makes
cow.
sense.
So
Mm.
that'll just go mushy, won't it?
Yeah. But then I suppose you've got the silver wrappers from the thingy cow, haven't you? Let's just take the wrappers off, perhaps.
Or we
Just
can
give it
make a
to him
suit
as
of armour.
Yeah, well, perhaps they took the
Yeah.
wrappers off and just give them the cheese triangle.
They probably just gave them the naked cheese triangle.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'd have done that.
How'd you get a cheese triangle from a cow? You need butter, milk and cheese and an equilateral chainsaw.
Yeah.
Half man, half biscuit come at you there, listener. Their plan first involved the helicopter landing on the roof, but their hearts sank when they got up there and realised there wasn't room for it to set down and take off again. So their plans were tweaked.
They're silly people, aren't they? They should have realised that first straight off, wouldn't they?
Neil,
Yeah.
these are French. You need to
Oh,
allow
fair
some
enough.
leeway.
Okay, sorry.
And so on that blue sky morning, with a deft touch, Nadine navigated security wires and kept the helicopter just the right height over one of the prison cell blocks. Inside the building, things were in chaos. Launching a sudden attack, Michel and Pierre were wielding wooden guns they'd made, threatening to shoot dead anyone that got in their way. It progressed from soap.
Yeah, but I mean, well, this is just French. And how did the guards not think to themselves, hang on a minute, it's a top security prison. Wherever they got those guns from, they can't be real. Instead, they're going out with a mob handle, going, oh, I've painted it black. Move out of the way, as I shall shoot.
You see, you've got into French there. What was that?
Move out the way, or I will shoot.
Okay, thank you. Yes, well, what you've done there, Neil, is, you see, what are the main characters of your Frenchman, as we've seen throughout history?
Cheese.
Yes, also surrender.
Oh, right, yeah. And stinky breath.
Yeah, they're not likely to put up much of a fuss, are they? I mean, these are French. So again, you see, you've got to have some leeway.
Oh,
You can't be that strict.
You come out with a toilet roll saying, get out of the way, or I shall wrap this round your face.
I shall wipe your bottom.
I shall wrap my bum and throw it at you.
Yeah. Michel and Pierre were wielding these wooden guns they made. Like you said earlier, I'm pretty sure if he'd have gone straight, he'd have made a fortune on Etsy.
Yeah,
But there we
absolutely.
go. They climbed up to the rooftop. Prisoners cheered and banged on their doors as news flooded in that the two inmates were now up there and running around armed with hand grenades.
That's probably aubergines or something.
With the explosives clearly visible, not a single guard fired a shot as the two men, Michel and Pierre, ran over the red-tiled rooftop towards the unidentified helicopter. But, Neil, you may have identified something here, because in reality, they weren't dangerous explosives at all. They were ripe nectarines from the prison cafeteria painted green to look like military grenades.
Wow.
Not all the guards were fooled, and some were merely allowing them time to whip up a classic clafoutis. Michel, in his long-sleeved red shirt, jumped and grabbed the skids at the bottom of the white gazelle and began to haul himself up. Those tricky tricksters had no intention of creating a thick, eggy, crepe-like batter with a nectarine filling, Neil.
No.
They were trying to escape.
They're trying to escape, but also took away the nectarines from the people that had stayed behind.
With Michel safely on board, he began gesturing for Pierre to hurry, but for reasons that have never been fully explained, at the last possible moment, Pierre Hernandez turned and surrendered himself to the rapidly encroaching guards.
I know why.
Why?
He wanted that nectarine pancake.
Do you think that's what it was?
Yeah.
He actually thought to himself, yeah, I can create a thick, eggy, crepe-like batter with a nectarine filling.
I'd give myself up for a Cadbury's whole nut.
And make a clafoutis. I think he was trying to buy his friend more time.
Do you?
By standing there and saying, all right, it's a fair cop, or whatever they say in France.
Okay, you got me, you pigs.
The French salute and hit both hands up in the air. So he was trying to do that and buying his colleague more time to get away.
With his explosive nectarines.
His explosive nectarines, yes. Now then, the heavy thud of the gazelle's rotor blades slicing through the air bounced off the high stone walls of the inescapable La Santé and echoed loudly through the prison yard, where some fellow inmates had gathered to watch the gleaming white machine fly away with notorious prison escapee Michel Vaujour.
Mm-hmm.
So your comment earlier about they're probably annoyed that he escaped with all the nectarines proves not to be so. They were cheering him on.
Well, that's very generous of them then, isn't it?
He may have left the pommes de terres behind.
Yes. Apple of the earth.
Which are, of course...
Potatoes.
Potatoes. The spectacular escape made headlines around the world within hours.
I don't
French
remember
police... Sorry?
I don't remember it.
You might not have been paying attention. French police openly called the pair a real-life Bonnie and Clyde and admitted the couple had probably had years to prepare a hideout, which made tracking them down far harder than usual.
They probably had some explosive nectarines or something even worse around the building surrounding it. They perhaps dug a puddle.
Nadine flew a short distance to a football field in southern Paris, where they landed, jumped into a waiting car and vanished into the Parisian traffic. Michel was now being referred to as the King of Escapes, as the married couple simply disappeared.
Did he have a house? And then on his door, did it say, instead of beware of the dog, did he say, beware, I can fashion explosives out of fruit?
Yes, he did. So you do know the story.
Yeah, so then the police were like, whoa, guys, let's not go here. This guy can do things with a bit of fruit.
Yeah, the self-loading banana and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, it was him that did that, was it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, nice. Anyway, I digress.
Oh, what are you going for?
Well, I think considering the subject of today's podcast, I'm going to go for purple.
And that ties into...
beetroot.
Which ties into...
vegetables.
Which ties into...
explosive nectarines.
I see where you've gone. Right, yeah, it was quite logical.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You wouldn't go for red, white and blue, the tricolour.
That's ridiculous.
No, that's a good colour to go for. Purple
Thank you.
press today.
Hmm.
Then, Neil, on September the 28th, 1986, Michel did what Michel couldn't help doing, and with two accomplices, he robbed a branch of the Credit Lyonnais Bank.
Yeah, he's straight back into it, isn't he?
So this is, 4 months after she'd risked it all to get him out. There he was again, robbing a bank. But this one ended in a fierce gun battle with the police, during which Michel Vaujour was shot in the head.
Was he?
Remarkably, the severe brain injuries didn't kill him, but he fell into a coma and was temporarily paralysed, ultimately having to relearn how to move and speak.
Oh.
Do you reckon they taught him to speak in French again, or did they cut the middleman out and taught him to speak in English?
Well, I don't know.
The day after his shooting, police tracked Nadine down to a safe house in southwest France and arrested her. The romantic getaway was over.
So they found the place.
Nadine was charged over her role in the escape and served jail time of her own, though she was released relatively early, after which she wrote a memoir in 1991 and then withdrew from public life to the extent that much of her records are impossible to find today.
So she's disappeared then, isn't she?
Hence, at the beginning, we spoke about how tricky it was to find out where she was born and all that sort of stuff. Once he'd recovered enough to stand trial, Michel was returned to a maximum security prison for 27 years, 17 of which were in complete isolation with nothing but a bed, a toilet, a concrete cell without any daylight, and his significant injuries.
Was he allowed to go for an hour's exercise, or was he stuck in that room 24/7?
That's a good question, Neil.
Thank you. Welcome.
Remarkably, that wasn't the end of his escape attempts. He tried once more with the help of a law student named Jamila Hamidi, who was 18 years his junior and later became his second wife after he and Nadine separated due to their continuous time apart. In 1989, Jamila conducted a television interview with Nadine. This led to her interviewing Michel in 1991. She became his pen pal and lover.
Oh la la!
And eventually, Jamila tried to break him out of prison.
Another one tried to break him out of prison.
What method do you think they'd use?
Cheese.
Oh, no, not this time.
TV interviews.
No, not this time.
Oh, well, hang on a minute, because he's very good at fashioning things out of fruit and wood and whatever, that sort of that. Did he make a different face?
From the A-Team?
Yeah.
Someone else altogether to look like face from the A-Team? No, that's a good guess. No. The idea was that while he was out in his confined space for his exercise, Jamila hijacked a helicopter because she couldn't fly one, because she weren't that handy. So they've gone for the old
helicopter.
They've gone for a helicopter
What is
ruse
people like?
this time.
There's only about 2 people in it. So it's just
What do you reckon she used? What do you reckon she used to hijack it?
I would say a carrot. A dangerous carrot. You don't take me to this man, I shall pull the stalk out of this carrot and it will explode.
But yes, so she hijacked a helicopter. She hijacked a helicopter and it failed. The plan failed.
Well, there's no room for him to get in.
And she received a 7-year prison sentence. And as you've rightly observed, Neil, I think the plan probably failed because she was trying to hijack the helicopter with some form of grocery. Michel and Jamila later married in 1999.
She did a sentence then, didn't she?
Michel was released in 2003 when he was 52 years old. So he got some time off for good behaviour, because apparently once he'd met this Jamila and their escape attempt failed, he became a bit of a model inmate. So he got some time off and he was released when he was 52 years old. Now, he lives with Jamila as a free man, distancing himself from his criminal past, practicing yoga and writing about his personal transformation in his autobiography, Love saved me from sinking. I don't know where he got sinking from, but Love saved me. Love saved me with a massive chopper.
I'm going to look at nectarine in a different way now. I didn't know they were explosive.
Well, famously, only French nectarines.
Oh, okay, that's good.
You have to take the stone out.
Right.
Fill it with nitroglycerin.
Mm.
Make sure you've sealed the nectarines fully again with super glue. And then they're very explosive.
Interesting.
Yeah. Didn't know that, did you?
See, I mean, there's a thing, really, because actually you've taken the mick out of him, but the special forces and people like that could get away with murder, couldn't they? Literally, you can walk down the street with a bag of nectarines and they'll think, oh, he's got a bag of fruit. But really, they're bombs.
You consider yourself as being paranoid?
No?
You know, walk around the street and suddenly jump on somebody because you think they're carrying some bombs when really they've just got a bag of soft fruits.
Oh, I've done that before, yeah.
And the prison sentence you received was?
Well, I was told I was being very vigilant.
So, listener, what do you think of today's episode of
L'honorable mentions?
Do a couple of crims really deserve an honourable mention? Or are we celebrating their tumultuous love affair? Or
I think we should celebrate his model making.
His model making was very good, obviously.
Yeah.
His creativity in the way he escaped from places. And, of course, Nadine's rather spiffing helicopter skills.
Yes, that was good. But then she did practice for that. But then he probably didn't practice making guns out of a bar of soap, did he? We never know. You never know.
Neil, would you like to tell the listener, please, where they can find us on your socials?
Well, you can find us on many social media like YouTube, Discord, and TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, and Facebook, and wherever you find us. If you have a good Wi-Fi, you can find us where you like.
So the problem you've got there is now the listener is going to have to feed that through some sort of translation service from the French into the English. But I think, listener, what he was saying was there, you can find us on just about every platform you've got, including Reddit. We have had some messages through Reddit. Thank you very much for those.
All your soundy bits.
All your soundy bits. So, if you're happy there, listener, we will see you again next week for another episode of your favourite...
It's been emotional. Honourable mentions.
Honourable mentions. We'll be back again next week. Until then, stay safe. Don't worry about people carrying fruit-based bombs or fruit-based armoury of any description. And we'll see you again next time. Au revoir.
Bonjour.
I thought au revoir was goodbye in French.
It is.
Bonjour, listener. Comment allez-vous? I am here to thank you for listening to yet another honorable mentions, hilarious history from those two cheeky chappies, Stephen and Neil. I say cheeky, more like borderline racist, do you think? Vive la France! We do not spend all our time eating cheese and stealing the helicopter. I like onions and choux pastry too. Shut up! Stop sniggering! Now, pay attention. I would like you to please subscribe to Honorable Mentions so you don't miss a future episode, and you can even go back and listen to some older episodes too. Honorable Mentions, Hilarious History is researched by Stephen Webb and is an Uncover Brothers production. But the real puff to their soufflé is the theme tune, written and performed by Pepe and the Bandits. And so, unless you wish to climb aboard my big French chopper, the time has come where we must part. Au revoir, dear listener. Until we meet again, mon chéri.